What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. It is episode number 30, returning today with a brand new season as our 5th year at the Rhine Energy Stadion gets underway, defending our Bundesliga title with a budget of 86 million, which is a bit less than I was expecting. I thought we'd break the £100 million barrier for the first time because we left about 25 mil in the budget at the end of last season. That's a little disappointing now, I'm not going to lie. And as we do one advance in the calendar, just so all the deals can go through. Heading into the new season, with this team, yeah, I'm surprised. And I know it's not actually much lower than 100 mil, but even so, it's still quite surprising. Loads of our players. Let me sort this out first. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, I can't do anything until this is in order. You know, otherwise it's gonna really bug me. Is that right? I think that's all in order there. I believe. I think that's right. Okay. So yeah, heading into the new season. Obviously it's a really good team. We're 4.5 star, but we're 4.5 star, we're on the cusp of being a 5 star. I think we're like 1 overall rating away in either attack, midfield, defence to be considered 5 star. So we're basically a 5 star team now. And heading into the new season with fantastic depth for the first time, with our players returning from their loan spells. We will try and, of course, loan some of these players out, such as Volta, such as Laporte, probably Ronnie Hahn once again as well, and the 2 academy goalkeepers too. But for the most part, it's a brilliant team, and I've got no qualms whatsoever for this season. As we'll re-add Henrik Thomas and Joran Schmidt to the loan list. I'll give them new contracts too, don't worry. Yeah, I have no qualms about this team's quality. We should definitely be targeting a retention of the Bundesliga, as DJ keeps holding his potential to be special. I want to reclaim that Bundesliga. I thought Dennis had another year on loan at Ibrox. What? I want to reclaim that DFB Pokal we surrendered last year to Bayer Leverkusen, and of course, I also want us to go further in the Champions League, as Cohen Backer has come back from Villa Park and got that potential to be special. This kid is special, man. I've got to say. I want to go further in Europe this year. Last year, got to the last 16, knocked out by AC Milan on pens. I bottled it. And by the way, Bambi Patel, this is our young Indian CM. We've loaned him out to Al Tawoon for 2 years there. I bottled it. Absolutely bottled it last year. First to admit it. Bottled it on pens, especially from a leading position heading into the second leg. We were leading at the San Siro by a goal to nil. So, yeah, no doubt about it. Want to retain that Bundesliga. Want to win that DFB Pokal, reclaim it. And as for the Champions League, this year, I'm targeting a final place. At the very... he's had a massive potential downgrade. He needs to get loaned out, man. At the very worst, what I want to do is reach the semi-finals, but I'm targeting a Champions League final place. Lenny V, by the way, this is really interesting. So last year, he submitted a transfer request because I wouldn't give him a new contract. I said, wait until the end of the season. Once we played all the games, then I'll give you one. Gave him a new contract, came to me and said, thanks for sorting that out for me, Gaffer, I really appreciate it. Now I can get my head down and concentrate on my football. But I can't remove him from the transfer list. So it's like, why did you sign a new contract then? You just signed a 5-year deal. What? It's 4 years now. Or whatever. Why would you sign a new contract and then not let me take you off the transfer list? What was the point in that? And as we take a look at the players, their deals are coming at the end of the year. 7 players with less than 12 months on their contracts now. Obviously, all of these guys can't leave on free transfers because they're all under 23. But after what happened last year with Lenny, I think I need to sort this out ASAP. So for sure, Justin's definitely going to get a new deal. 22 years old, okay. Unfortunately, he's not turned into the world-class forward we were hoping. And last year got no game time off an hour at all. I'm definitely giving him a new contract regardless. I'll probably give the 2 goalkeepers deals. But as for Laporte, Lefebvre, Volta, Dennis, I'm not too sure. I'll keep you posted on that, but for now, I'm not too sure. And in terms of new signings, I'm going to make my first straight off the bat, and it's just to fill the gap after Sven Ulreich's retirement. Born in Cologne, academy graduate, spent his entire career here before leaving on a free to join Red Bull Salzburg, but now he's been released by the Austrians. I'm bringing him home just to be a third choice goalkeeper. Timo, come back some. Yeah, definitely don't read too much into this transfer here. He's just here for the squad to fill that Sven Ulreich role as a squad goalkeeper for emergency cover and maybe a player coach role for him. I'm not too sure. Anyway, welcome back to Cologne, Timo Horn, yeah, 34 years old. And again, he could still possibly be the backup. If we do want to raise some cash, we could also always just sell Florian Muller, who's not retiring, he's only 29, and then just have Timo, only a rating lower, as the backup. So if we want to do that, we can. But for now, he'll just be third choice here. Well, I have to say, I don't think we'll get Florian Wirtz this year. I've been saying, man, I'd love to bring this guy back to Cologne, but yeah, our budget's just far too low to get Florian Wirtz. I wouldn't mind getting Drago in. I know he's a popular youngster in career mode. Not sure his potential is this year, but Schalke are still second tier. I thought they would have got up to the Bundesliga by now, but I think for Hassan, he needs to play top level football to develop. So definitely going to consider bringing him in. Let's advance a few days in the calendar and see what bids come in. But yeah, for now we've got 80 mil to work with. But really, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe a new left back, because Derek's probably not going to grow much more now. And obviously, think Graffe, 23. He's still very young, but I'm not sure what his ceiling is. Other than that, I really don't know what to do. Well, funnily enough, we've got 2 bids for our academy grads. Speaking of fullbacks, Daniel Dennis wanted by last year's Liga and champion Stade Rennais. And Darmstadt want Lenny Weber, who of course survived last year in the relegation playoff. If I can't take him off the transfer list, I'm gonna have to cash in. It's so frustrating, man. Like, why would you agree to sign a new contract if you won't agree to stay? It's like, come on. But yeah, Darmstadt for 7.5 mil. I'm alright with that deal there. But as for Double D, I like him. I like him a lot. So I'm still going to turn that deal down and probably give him a new contract and then try and loan him out again. He developed really well at Rangers. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a new contract. He's 75 overall at 20. Really talented young Belgian. And add him back to the loan list and try and get him developing out on loan once again. We've got another bid as well from Cadiz, but I'd like to keep him in Germany if possible and keep an eye on him in the Bundesliga. And wow, okay. Well, he spent the last 3 years playing in England, first for Sheffield United on loan and then last year with Bournemouth. But I'm sorry, Mikel, I don't want to sell him. I don't want to sell him. I know he needs game time, but can't do it. Can't do it. I know here would be third choice centre half behind Bisek and DJ, but this is still a super young player. And whilst I understand that he has now lost that potential to be special, which is so frustrating, despite the fact he's been getting consistent game time out on loan at Bramwell Lane and the Vitality and gone down to exciting prospect, he's still a heck of a young player. He's only 19, so I don't mind loaning him back out for a 4th year, but I'm certainly not selling him. Lazio want to take Laporte on a 2-year loan deal. Would he start there? Would he start there in Rome? Maybe. I'll delegate and possibly send there for 1 year. And wow, look at that Liverpool putting a bid for Jorn Schmidt. We've just given him a contract though, so yeah, I'm certainly not selling him. They see him as the long-term successor for Alisson, but that's definitely a no. Schmidt is staying with me after signing out a new contract. If they want that the other goalkeeper, Thomas, I don't mind that kind of bid for him, but certainly not Schmidt. I see him possibly taking over from Schwab at some point. So there we go, first sale of the window. Lenny Weber signed a new extension and then a few weeks later said, I'm out of here. He's joined Darmstadt, who remain in the Bundesliga for this year for 7.5 mil. So we'll take the cash. Wasn't going to play anyway, to be fair, so I'm not too mad about this one, to be honest here. But we do see a loan offer for Benjamin Schaefer, and he wanted to travel far to play there. Borussia Mönchengladbach, our West German rivals. It makes sense, but I just wish it wasn't a rival team. And interestingly enough, we just said a moment ago, I don't mind selling this kid, Henrik Thomas, the young goalkeeper, nowhere near as good as Schmidt. So I'm alright just letting him go there for that 3.75 mil fee to FC Twente in the Eredivisie. But I don't know about Schaefer, man. Can I loan him to a rival? I don't know, man. Now Brighton want to take him on loan, but to be fair, even though Brighton do have a habit of bringing in young players, I don't want him to go outside of Germany. I want him to stay here so I can keep a close eye on his stats. Another bid comes in Henrik Thomas, this time the Belgian side, Club Bruges. And the Laporte loan we can now negotiate out. Actually, I'm not sure if he'd start there in Rome. I really don't know. I say it all the time. I know it doesn't matter. I know it really doesn't matter whether a player starts or not. It never seems to affect game time or development at all. But Even so, I just like it. But even doing right, 76 overall, talented young, he's still mine. I'm just not sure. Oh no. Oh my god, no! Well, how long has Vanderson got left in his deal? Because he came in last year. I think he signed a 5-year contract. Yeah, he did indeed. So he's got 4 years left on his deal. 4 years, mate. This is where I wish like players would come and talk to you. I'd love to have that conversation. Like in FM, for example, if a big club came in for one of your players, the player would come and say to you, "Listen, I want to go. Like, let me go to that club, please. They're a monster club. I want to go." And then you can try and like convince them to stay with like a pay rise or something. But in CM, it just doesn't happen. So, I mean, if I want, I can just hold him here and say, I'm not letting him go, as Henrik Thomas is going to go. But, for realism, I just don't know where I can stand in his way. Yes, we're a club re-establishing themselves as a big team in Germany last year winning the Bundesliga, but there's levels to this. This is Real Madrid, mate. Last year's La Liga and Champions League winners, widely regarded as the biggest club in the world. Can you really stand in their way? Who have Real Madrid got at right back right now? That's the thing. Because would he start there? I mean, would he start at right back there? Or have they got like a superstar already? The answer appears to be no. They ain't got. I think got anyone. I mean, John Stones obviously could play there. I don't think I can stand in his way. Yeah, you could have Militao there, Stones there, but oh man, he ain't even got a first choice. I think I can't let him go up, and I think for realism's sake, Real Madrid needing a right back, it'd be their new Galactico. I think I've got to let him go. Funnily enough, he's just grown a rating to 87 overall as well. So I guess the only good thing about that, to be fair, is that well, I was going to say it should increase his market valuation, but it hasn't. Wait, was it 67 mil before? I think it was. And it's like, to me, this is where I'm like, I don't understand EA sometimes. Like, how is he not rated higher than 67 million? He's 26 years old, in the prime of his career, last year's best right back in the Bundesliga. Looking at one of the best right backs in world football right now. 67 million. Guys, in 2028 or whatever. Like, come on, are you having a laugh? In my opinion, he's worth at least 100 mil, in my opinion. But clearly, we're not going to get that, I don't think. So we'll start off by highballing, saying 100 mil, and Real say no. I don't know. In that case, I don't know what I can get. But what I really don't want to do is prize him out of a move here. This would be like a dream move for him, joining Vinicius and Rodrigo and Endrick as Brazilians at the Bernabeu. The absolute lowest I'd sell him for is around 80 mil, and wow, you know what, I might not even get that. I might not even get that for Vanderson. I won't. He's 60. What? Valuation too high. What? That is just ridiculous. I was literally prepared to come down to a low offer to sell him to you, and you still said no. Well, do you know what, Carly? You shot yourself in the foot, mate. You've shot yourself in the foot. If you're not even going to give me 80 million for one of the best right backs in the world right now, you've shot yourself in the foot, son. I mean, with that being the case, and he's happy, he hasn't said he wants to go. I mean, with that being the case, I'm not selling him. I'm not selling. There's only one place I would have sold him to. Well, maybe PSG, but mate, you shot yourself in the foot. Are you kidding me? How is he not worth 80 million? In what world, mate? I can't get over that. But this is, again, the thing with EA. 67 million market valuation. How? How is it that low for one of the best right backs in the world right now? That's ridiculously low. Well, sod it. Doesn't mean anything to me. I'll keep him. I wanted to keep him anyway. I was willing to do you a favour, Carlo. I was willing to do you a favour. Eddie, I'm not doing you one, mate. Leandro's staying on me. I love this guy. But no, I'm keeping him then. In that case, I'm keeping him then. As we do see Laporte go out on loan to Lazio. I can't. That has blown my mind. 13 mil over the market valuation, and Real Madrid still said no. That has completely blown my mind now. With our budget now up to 90 mil on the back of the 2 player sales of our youngsters, I'm going to go on to my first big new signing of the summer to join Timo Horn, and that is at left back, where I said I might look to strengthen for this year. And to be fair, when you talk about strengthening, this is a heck of a pickup. Yeah, moving on from Bayern Munich to Newcastle United. But last year, the Magpies checked it before the season ended. They finished in 10th place in the Premier League. They're not in a European competition this year. Alphonso Davies, born in Ghana, represents Canada on the international stage. Speaks German after all the years with Bayern Munich. I'm bringing him back to the Bundesliga. I don't think I've ever used this guy before, which is wild to think about. But I can't remember a save where I've had this guy in my team. Maybe I have, but I can't think of it. But now would be the absolute perfect time. I don't know how much better Derek's going to get. I'm not sure what Grafe's ceiling is. And the Magpies underperforming last year and not qualifying for Europe. I'm saying, Alfonso, come back to Germany, but now come and join us, if we can afford you. How about you take Grafe, Eddie? Because he's still a really good player. And whilst he is homegrown, and you know I love that, I think it might be the only way I can afford Alfonso, to be honest. 70 mil plus, in fact that's probably a bit too much. 65 mil plus max for Alfonso, and they say yes. Maybe I should have given him Derek. Maybe I'll get an... Oh, I don't know. Even so, listen, Alfonso Davies, I'm not going to say no. Yep, oddly enough, despite being one of the best young left-backs you can buy in career mode for a few good years now, I don't think I've ever signed him before, but I'm certainly excited to have him now. Yep, moving on from Bayern Munich to Newcastle United, but last year underperforming at St James's Park, wanting to be playing back in the Champions League and back in the Bundesliga. A Ghanaian-born Canada international returning to German football, but now to play for the current champions FC Cologne. Welcome to the Rhine Energy Stadium on a club record transfer fee, Alphonso Davies. Yeah, really buzzing with this. There is a concern, that is of course the low defensive work rate, but other than that, I mean, this dude is just absolutely rapid. He is blistering. He is lightning. He's superb on the offensive end as well. And whilst I would say he's better going forward, and if we were to convert him to play as a wing, possibly as an inside forward on that right-hand side, he'd probably have an overall spike. But to me, for now, we will keep him at left-back and just try and get that defensive work rate up from low to the very least medium. Even so, Alfonso in. I think the first time I've used him, but for a club record signing, I'm buzzing with this, man. The complete wing-back. Yeah, I mean, I feel as though if we were to play him on that right-hand side, I actually think that would be a good little position change for him, really. But I don't know if I want to do that, because we've just given away Grafe, and yeah, I don't think I should do that. I don't think I should. It's tempting. It's something I might consider mid-season, depending on how we're getting on, but for now, he'll take Derek's spot as our starting left-back. So that now should see us become a five-star team. I said this right at the start of the season. We're basically a 4.5-star team, 5-star team masquerading around in a 4.5-star team's sheets, if you will. But we are now officially a 5-star team, and rightfully so. I forgot about that. The Benjamin Schaefer loan deal, but I don't want him to go to Borussia Park, man. They're a big rival of ours. Why can't we loan him out to, you know, I don't know, St. Pauli, for example, who survived last year? No, not Mönchengladbach, man. I'm sorry, but I can't bear to see him in a Mönchengladbach kit. Jan Bissek wanted by Leipzig. The answer is definitely no. Leipzig finished outside the top 4 last year. Whilst I'm not actually sure just how much better Jan's going to get now at 26 years old, 83 overall, I'm still not selling him. So our budget now down to 19 mil. So I think if we are to make some more signings on the back of that club record transfer fee there, we're going to have to sell 1 or 2 players. But to be honest here, other than maybe a couple of squad players like Hussein Basic or Jata, I like the team. I'm ready for the season to begin, man. I'm liking the team. I'm liking the depth. I'm liking the young talent. I'm liking the superstar brought in Davis. I'm liking the team here. And well, I mean, I said I don't mind loaning him elsewhere to the Bundesliga. But Bayern Munich, Benjamin Schaefer, is he going to start there ahead of Jamal Musiala? Don't think so. don't think so. Not sure he'll start ahead of Musiala or Kane. So that's a definite no. Who's this one? Crystal Palace. Under Oliver Glasner? Possibly, but I want to keep him in the Bundesliga. That's the thing. To be fair, I mean, he spent 2 years out on loan at Hull, and he developed brilliantly there as FC 21. Nicholas Walter, I'm totally fine with that because he's just not going to play. So I don't mind it. You know, he did brilliantly out on loan with the Tigers, so why not with the Eagles as well? As I swear, Club Brugge and FC20 are just... Have they just done the same thing? I swear, for Thomas... FC20 put a bid in, I don't know. I think that's the exact same thing we just seen there. Club Brugge hijacking every FC20 deal. I don't know what's going on between those two teams there, but Club Brugge are the petty king, I think. As Wolves want Bissek, and we're gonna... Didn't that just happen with Henrik Thomas there? And Hoffenheim have just put a bid in for Lefebvre. I quite like the look of this guy, not gonna lie, as a B-Tech Maxime Simons. But he'd certainly start at Hoffenheim. He's not going to start here. I was just planning to loan him out, to be honest, without a contract at the end of the season. I actually don't mind selling him, to be fair, and just raising some cash. So I might just do that, to be honest here. If Hussein Basic is going to stay, if Jat is going to stay, this guy might be better than both of them, but I wouldn't mind just selling, getting a little bit of money, and just calling time on his career here at the Bundesliga, especially knowing we've got better players in his position as well. So let's go 15.5 mil, and TSG Hoffenheim say no. Looks as though we're going to quabble over very small money here, and if they won't even give me 14.5 mil, then forget it. I must say, clubs are really lowballing me right now for some of my players. I'm not liking this. This is disrespectful here. Well, that's Nicholas Volter going to Club Brugge anyway for a small transfer fee, so it does reduce our squad size a little bit, but we're still okay for now. Like a moron, I totally forgot about the Benjamin Schaefer loan deal to Crystal Palace, so that's now fallen through. He's like, Gaffer, you said I'm going to turn down his bid for Daniel from Fiorentina. Gaffer, you said you want me to play. You're turning down every single loan offer that's coming in. It's been 5. You turned them all down. I just want him to go to like a, as nonsense silly man, but I like him for the squad. To like a St. Pauli, you know, where I know he'd start there, or maybe a Hoffenheim, you know. But I might have actually, as Bissek gets a bid from Leicester, I might have stopped him from going out on loan altogether now, because no more are coming in. Well, I mean, one's come in, but he's not... No, Mikel, no. I appreciate the fact you consider him a great young talent, but no, I should let him go to Palace. Well, it's good to know there'll still be some loan offers coming in. There's 2 bids coming for Ronnie Bilbao, last year won the Conference League, and Darmstadt, who just survived. But again, no, I don't mind loaning him out as well once more, or keeping him as a third choice centre half, but definitely not selling him. No way. Now Roma want him out on loan, possibly as the next Totti. Would he start? Do you know, he might actually start there, to be honest. And he'd have some battles with Laporte as well, who of course has gone out on loan to Lazio. I'm gonna delegate a 1-year loan deal there. As Real Madrid have just put in a bid for Ansgar, 43 mil for our number 7. We couldn't negotiate on Vanderson. How about Ansgar? Ansgar was sensational last year. 25 years old now, and I think 83 overall. I think he is as well. So 84 overall even. So again, he should be valued higher than that. And I'm gonna say to Carlo once again, you can lowball if you want, bro, but I'm not gonna accept it. This player is not asked to leave, so unless you want to give me well over the market valuation and close to what would be considered true valuation, I'm not selling him. This is wild, man. Real Madrid, with all the money they've got, with all their prestige, not negotiating at all. This is crazy. We've got 2 bids here for Daniel Dennis, who I think I might keep actually now. I've loaned out Fingrafe, and another one for Ronnie, the 2 Liga side, Dusseldorf want him, but again, I might add him to the loan list actually, just to try and get some bids on loan for him. And yeah, this is blowing my mind. I don't understand this. What is up with the lower market valuations? As Cadiz want Justin, but if Benjamin does go out on loan, I'll need this guy as my backup for Johnny Burkhardt. And it does look as though he's... Oh no, I didn't mean to reject... Oh, for God's sake, I didn't mean to reject that. The lag just stopped me from going to negotiate. I couldn't do this worse, could I? For God's sake, I mean, honestly, now Leverkusen, oh, this is ridiculous. My bloody... It didn't go down to negotiate. The menus can be laggy at times. My goodness gracious me. Right, there we go. Now, that's the one I wanted anyway. That's the one I wanted regardless. I wanted a Hoffenheim or a St. Pauli. And in the end, it looks as though it isn't indeed going to be Hoffenheim. The thing is that they didn't play Justin last year. We loaned Justin to them last year. They didn't play him. They didn't play him at all. So are they gonna play Benjamin? I don't know. We've got Jaden Downs and Damian Downs. I'm pretty sure he'd start ahead of one of those two, so I don't mind that too much. Atletico have now put a loan deal in. We're going to turn that one down. And Bayern Munich want Jan Nicholas Beste, but like I said, man, I really like this guy, so he's definitely staying with me. There needs to be a button where like it says like reject. Do you wish to reject? You know, yes or no kind of thing. Like, because that little slip there cost me a loan deal with Roma. Not that it's going to matter. I want him to go to Hoffenheim anyway. And I think he'll start there for sure. I would say ahead of one of Dan's or Damian Downs. There we go. We got there in the end. Yep, got there in the end. Benjamin Schaefer off to Hoffenheim, where, again, I do believe he would start there. Ahead of one of Jaden Downs or Damian Downs. So I'll keep your eyes, I'll keep you posted on what happens with Benjamin. And again, he needs the game time if he's going to grow. So fingers crossed he'll get the first team football there. So again, we still do have a little bit of money in the budget, but I think we're probably going to put a pause on transfers until at least after the Super Cup. 22 mil, and the squad is fine. You know, we've added to the quality with Alphonso Davies coming in, but that's all we've really needed to do. We've got a superstar coming in. We've kept the core together. Vanderson stayed. Ansgar stayed. So with that being the case, I think we should play the first game of the season, which is the Super Cup, try and retain it against Bayer Leverkusen, and then possibly look for transfers between then and transfer deadline day. Otherwise, I'm more than fine with this team here. Yep, let's go. First game of the season. It is indeed the Super Cup. Last year, we won the Bundesliga. Leverkusen won the DFB Pokal, so thus we meet in this, the first competitive game of the new season. And whilst it is indeed considered a glorified friendly by most, still a minor honour, still a technical trophy, and I still want to win it. Let's make sure we retain it after winning it last year, as Alphonso Davies will make his debut at left back. Let's get the win. Come on, Carl. 17 minutes in, still tied at 0-0. Not much to report as of yet, as Max gets back to win it and give it back to Vanderson. Remaining here alongside Ansgar, but not coming to me and saying, Gaffer, why didn't you let me go to the Bernabeu? No, just getting his head down, wanting to stay here and take us to the next level. Is Leandro. Oh, mate, I had so much more time there. Completely fluffed me lines. Still 0-0, 23 minutes in. Free kick for FC Köln. Still haven't scored one in the entire save yet. Jan Tillman standing over this. Is this going to be the first of the entire career? Oh, it is! What a goal! Jan Tillman has just scored the first free kick of the save, and it's an absolute peach from the vice captain. I mean, I'm all for the free kicks, you guys know this, but for this one here, I just had a feeling, you know, whipped it, and he was so close to scoring one last year as well. If you remember, it was clawed off the line by the keeper, but this one gets it over the wall, under the bar, and Truman at full stretch is getting nowhere near it. Yeah, I tend to score just one free kick goal to save. There it is, we've got it, and it might be the goal that helps us retain the Super Cup. What a beauty. Man, I love Tillman. He's, good save, Schwab. He's just so important to this team, man. Even last year when he wasn't at his full best in the league, he was still contributing in other ways, getting loads of assists and doing brilliantly outside of the league. And as Eric Martel has just gone down there, man, oh man, oh man. You know, as much as we love the club captain, that is one thing about Martel, man. He is injury plagued, man. He's always going down. And as the second half gets underway, the man who's taking the armband off Eric whilst he's still hobbling, DJ, the kid, who last year missed that penalty in the shootout, lost to AC Milan, missed that penalty in the shootout, lost to Bayern, but is still one of our most important players. Rewarded with the armband, as Eric says, mate, I see you taking it permanently at one point. Leandro fires in the second. I think the Super Cup is ours. And I think DJ for the first time will get to lift a trophy, albeit a minor honour in the Super Cup. Great finish by Leandro, man. And well, we said it, he was sensational last year. Absolutely sensational. And he's starting off where he finished last year. Cone 2 up, and I think we're going to win this. Come on, Max, have a dig. Oh, what a goal that would have been after a poor kick. Oh, Truman got a touch on that. I thought it went just wide. What a goal that would have been. But with this game over, the only question is, can we get a third goal with a minute to go? And we won it. We won that third goal too, to really make a statement here at the Volkspark Stadion. And we almost got it through Justin as well. Turns out we won't, but it is a statement made regardless here in Hamburg. We are a big club, re-establishing ourselves as one of Germany's best. Last year, Bundesliga winners. This year, we want to retain it, reclaim the cup, and one thing we have just reclaimed is the Super Cup. That is ours for the second year in a row. And whilst Ansgar and Vansen might have thought possibly a move to Real Madrid was on the cards, instead they're staying, but they don't seem one bit disappointed. Super Cup stays with FC Cologne. And that'll do it for today's episode of the Bundesliga career mode as well, guys. So massive thank you for watching the season opener. And if you enjoyed it, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I will return in the next one with the final couple of weeks of the summer transfer window. Just over 20 million in the budget. We still might make a couple of new signings to add to this FC Cologne team. We'll have the first games of the Bundesliga season, aiming to retain our trophy. We'll have transfer deadline day. We'll have the draw for the Champions League group stage. And we might play the first game of the Champions League as well. Have a great day there, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Bundesliga career mode. More transfers to come, I'm sure, very soon.